There is a particular kind of person who walks through the world differently, not withdrawn, not broken, just quiet in their belonging. They don't avoid people out of fear, they seek solitude out of necessity. While others find energy in voices and movement, they find it in stillness. In the pause between words, in the silence that holds no demand. Society often misreads them, calls them distant, cold, too much in their own head. But those who truly know solitude understand, it is not loneliness, it is not escape, it is return, a coming home to a self that the noise of the world constantly threatens to drown. They are not running from connection, they are protecting the one connection that must remain intact, the one with themselves. They notice it early, the feeling that comes after a long day surrounded by people, not satisfaction, but exhaustion, a heaviness that sits in the chest, a fog that clouds the mind. While others seem recharged by conversation, by plans, by presence, they feel drained, not because they dislike people, but because being around them costs something, and so, they begin to choose differently. They turn down invitations, not out of spite, not out of anxiety, though sometimes it looks that way from the outside. They turn them down because they know what will happen if they don't. The slow erosion of their energy, the quiet disappearance of themselves beneath the roles they play for others, the version of them that smiles at the right time, laughs at the right jokes, maintains eye contact and nods and contributes just enough to seem normal. But solitude asks for none of that. In solitude, there is no performance, no mask, no need to translate the language of their inner world into something digestible for someone else. In solitude, they can finally hear themselves think. They can follow a thought all the way to its end without interruption. They can sit with a feeling without having to explain it. They can exist without justification, and it feels like relief. The world does not understand this. The world sees someone sitting alone and assumes sadness, sees someone who prefers their own company and assumes fear. There is a social script that says humans are meant to be together, that togetherness equals health, and aloneness equals something broken, and so they are often asked, "Are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? You know you can reach out, right?" They appreciate the concern, they do, but they also feel the subtle accusation beneath it, the assumption that their solitude is a problem to be solved, a gap to be filled, a sign that something, somewhere, went wrong. But nothing went wrong. They simply learned, often long ago, that they metabolize life differently, that where some people process the world externally through conversation, through motion, through the presence of others, they process it internally, in reflection, in stillness, in the kind of silence that lets meaning settle. This does not make them cold, it does not make them unloving. Some of the most loyal, most deeply feeling people are the ones who need the most time alone, because they feel everything so intensely that they need space to let it move through them, to sort it, to understand it, to keep from drowning in the emotional noise of 100 interactions, each one leaving its residue. And so they retreat, not into isolation but into themselves. They read, they think, they create, they walk without destination. They sit in rooms where the only sound is the hum of the refrigerator or the rain against the window. And in those moments they are not lonely. They are full. They are alive in a way that only solitude allows. But the world will keep asking, "Why don't you come out more? Why do you always leave early? Don't you get bored?" And the answer is always the same, even if they don't say it aloud. No, I don't get bored. I get found, because solitude is not the absence of connection. It is the presence of self. And for those who prefer being alone, that presence is not optional. It is essential. It is the ground they stand on, the air they breathe, the place where they remember who they are beneath all the roles and expectations and endless social choreography. They are not broken. They are not afraid. They are not missing out. They are simply people who have learned that the richest company they will ever keep is their own. And once you understand that, once you stop apologizing for it, stop trying to fix it, stop letting others convince you it's a flaw, something shifts. The guilt fades, the doubt quiets, and what's left is a deep, unshakable knowing. You were never meant to be like everyone else. You were meant to be like this.